Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today let's revise past tense. Now starting with the past simple. What is past simple tense? These are used to describe actions or events that happened in the past and are not completed. Or there is a simple syntax for this. First of all subject, then second form of the verb and then the object. For example, I is the subject here. Watched is the second form of the verb watch, and then the remaining sentence, a movie last night. So these sentences are in the past simple form. Now let's see the syntax of past simple negative and the past simple interrogative. So past simple negative, first of all subject, then we use did not in order to convert the sentence into the negative form. Then the first form of the object, we always use first form of the object with did not. So first form of the object and first form of the verb, sorry, and then the object. For example, you did not finish. See, here it is the first form of the verb. Your homework last night. Okay. Now past simple interrogative. First did, then subject, then first form of the verb and then the object. See, did, we are converting this sentence into the interrogative. This sentence into the interrogative. So, did you finish your homework last night? And then question mark. Now, past continuous tenses. Past continuous tense is used to describe the action or event that were going at a particular time in the past. Now, see the syntax. Subject, then helping verb was or were, then ing form of the verb, and then the object. Now, see, we use the use of the was or were depends upon the subject. If the subject is I, we use was. If the subject is you, we use were. If the subject is we, if the subject is we use were. If the subject is they, we use were. If the subject is he, she, it, or any other name like Ram, we use was. Now see the example. Ahmed was reading a book when the phone rang. Now Ahmed, again name, we will use was. So Ahmed was. Reading is the ing form of the verb read and then the object. They were playing football at 5 p.m. yesterday. They, with they we use were. Playing is the ing form of the verb play, then the object. Now we will see the syntax of past continuous negative and the past continuous interrogative. See, first of all subject, then was were, and in order to convert the sentence into the negative we will use not and then the ing form of the verb. So we are just adding not with the syntax of the past continuous form. See, here is the example. Fatima was studying for her exam, and we will convert this sentence into the negative form. So Fatima was not studying for her exam. Okay. Just by adding not, we are converting the sentence into the past continuous negative. Now, past continuous interrogative. First of all, was or were depending upon the subject and then ing form of the verb and then the object. See, with Fatima, we will add was. Fatima, ing form of studying for her exam and then the question mark. So, we have converted this sentence into the interrogative form. Now, past perfect tenses. Past perfect tense is used for completed activity in the past. Means it indicates that the action was completed before another action took place. Okay, see if it is a number line here and see it is a past. Okay, so it is used to describe this event before another event takes place. There are two events and it is used to describe this event and it has completed before this event takes place. It has completed here only before this event took place. Okay. Now the syntax. Subject, then had, and then the third form of the verb, and then the object. For example, they had, then this is the third form of the verb finish, and finished dinner when the phone rang. She had left before he arrived. Okay. See, here we can also see there are two events. She had left before he arrived. If we are see, this is the number line. This is past, and she has left here only before he arrived. Okay, she has left here only at before he arrived. Now let's see the syntax of past perfect negative and the past perfect interrogative. In the past perfect interrogative, in the past perfect negative, subject, had, and then not. Okay, just by adding not in the past perfect syntax, we have converted the sentence into the past perfect negative. Subject, had, not, then third form of the verb, and then the object. For example, she had cooked for food before the kids came. Now see the negative. She had cooked, she had not cooked. Okay, she had not cooked food before the kids came. So just by adding not, we have converted this sentence into the negative form. Now past perfect interrogative. First had, then the subject, then third form of the verb, and then the object. Had she cooked food before the kids came? And then the question mark. Now, past perfect continuous tenses. The past perfect continuous tenses, these are used to these are used to refer the situations or actions that started in the past and continued for a period before another action or point in the past. See, if I see the timeline, here it is past. Okay, so there are two events, 1 and 2. The action started from here, and it's still going on till this event took place. Okay, it is still going till this event took place. Okay, so this type of the events are described by the past perfect continuous. Means the action is still continued till this activity took place. For example, syntax here, subject, had, been, then ing form of the verb, and then the rest of the sentence. For example, Martha, here is a subject, then had, been, walking is the ing form of the verb walk, 3 miles a day before she broke her leg. Okay, now we will see the syntax of past perfect negative, past perfect continuous negative, and the past perfect continuous interrogative. See, first of all, subject, had not. Okay, again by adding not in the past perfect continuous sentences, we are converting this sentence, this syntax into the past perfect negative continuous. Now, not, been, ing form of the verb, and then the rest of the sentence. She, for example, she had been studying for 2 days. Now, she had not been studying for 2 days. Now, continuous interrogative. Had, then subject, then been, then ing form of the verb, and then the rest of the sentence. Had she been studying for 2 days? And then the question mark. Now, there is a whole summary of the past tenses. Past simple syntax, subject, second form of the verb, and then the object. Now the negative, subject plus did not, then the first form of the verb, and then the object. Interrogative, did, subject, then first form of the verb, and then the object. Question mark. Past continuous, subject plus was verb plus ing form of the verb, and then the object. Negative, subject plus was verb not, plus not, then ing form of the verb, and then the object. Interrogative, was verb, then subject, then ing form of the verb, and then the object. Past perfect, subject plus had plus third form of the verb and then the object. Subject, had plus not in the negative of the past perfect tenses. Then the third form of the verb and then the object. In the interrogative form, had plus subject plus third form of the verb and then the object. Now past perfect continuous. Subject plus had been verbing, then the rest of the sentence. Negative, subject plus had not been, then the rest of the sentence. Interrogative, had plus subject plus been plus rest of the sentence. So that's all for today. For more such videos, like, share and subscribe. Thank you.